wave after wave after wave.
Yeah, for the most part, QND's done a nice job of kind of weathering the storm. You know, they've had a couple good opportunities, but nothing in terms of like continually, you know, in the flow of the game.
Yeah, never had a section where it's thought like they took control of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not panicking by any stretch of the imagination. We will definitely be adjustments on both sides, but definitely Quincy Notre Dame, like you said.
Much, you know, I feel like we've subbed a heck of a lot more than they have too. He's rotated guys in and out. Guys have played in different spots. Mike, that is. Greg is not as much. He's getting some guys ready now, though.
Might that be one of the changes you see at halftime? Is some different guys thrown on for 40 minutes, or better part of 40 minutes.
And we just seem to like have our kind of way with their backs. I mean, we've kind of gotten to the point where we're just like, I mean, early in the first like 3 or 4 minutes, Coach Beard said, "Hey man, if they're gonna play high, let's go over the top of them." And we just keep doing it. They don't really adjust. They're staying flat. And they're giving us a line to kind of play over the top of.
The Quincy Notre Dame Irish are definitely reacting this whole half. They have not been on the front foot.
Another win by the PND there. Look out. Come on.
Got it.
Oof.
Teddy LaHood, number 23 there, fighting for that possession. Great job. Caden Hudson's got some room.
Got to play it quicker. Got to get rid of it. Get off your foot. Get it out wide.
Good tackle there, my number
Run
9.
run without it and get it back.
Under 2 minutes to go. Irish pressing for that second goal of the half.
Be nice to see the Irish get one here in the next minute and a half. It would be just to kind of, that'd be very detrimental to deal with at halftime for QND.
Also probably change what he wants to talk about at halftime too.
Oh yeah.
They may not 1-0 with 40 minutes to go versus 2-0 40 minutes to go. It's a whole different ball game. And have to come in the last 80 seconds of the half. It just looks like Quincy just can't quite clear the ball the way they want to.
Yeah.
Caden Hudson tries one there from 30 plus. Left-footed shot. Had the distance, did not have the direction.
1 minute remaining in the half.
Quincy's going to try to bleed out this last.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Come on, Channing, higher, on him.
See if the Irish can.
Another win.
Yep.
I mean, just continuous wins by our center back and our central mids and all of those balls that are played out.
Kane Hudson. Another shot off. It looks like he might have taken out the deflections. Well covered by the keeper. Controls it with his midsection. But that is the Irish are able to get a shot from 25 yards just about every time if they want one. All right, that's going to see out this first half between visiting Quincy Notre Dame Irish and your home Peoria Notre Dame Irish. Again, we apologize for getting on the air late. But we will have the entire second half. We have the entire second half coming up here in about 10 minutes or so of real time, and we'll see you then.
game time. All right, start the half. You guys got, hey, guys, everyone, especially the team who are late early, good job in there, guys. Keep going.
Welcome back, Peoria Notre Dame men's soccer fans. Second half of this game against our visitors from Quincy Notre Dame Irish. Quincy Notre Dame in the white, you're Irish there in the blue and gray. Notre Dame Irish, Peoria Notre Dame Irish, I should say. Got to be really specific today. Holders of a 1-0 halftime lead here as the second 40 starts. Caden Hudson, a nice individual effort, scored a goal from a tight angle. About 3/4 of the way through the second half, or the first half. The Irish are looking to double up that lead now. I'm Rob Kenny. I'm here with Coach Matt Blackford. And Matt, recap a little bit of the first half was 90% Irish.
Oh yeah, for
Notre
sure.
Dame, Peoria Notre Dame Irish, I should say.
Yeah, definitely. Notre Dame PND had the majority of the possession. You know, I mean, I think for the most part, I mean, there were times we just we possessed, we held on to it, and then just couldn't quite finish in the offensive third. You know, I think, you know, listening to Coach Bear talk a little bit at halftime, you know, he wants to see the ball off their foot a little bit more, quicker passing around when they get in that offensive third, playing it wide. So, you know, they have, you know, their backs have a tendency to get behind the ball, and when they did get behind the ball and you know, stalled us to an extent where we just didn't quite, we weren't being creative, you know. Oh boy.
Offsides call there, blunts that Irish attack. The Irish have cracked off 2 shots already here in the first minute or so of the first half. 1 save by the fine Quincy Notre Dame keeper. Again, we do not have rosters, so cannot give you names. The genies that caused us to miss the first 20 minutes of the game broadcast-wise also caused us to not have any of our supporting documents. We will, unless subpoenaed, I will not be saying any names.
I will.
All right, Quincy here. Quincy's looking. You said quite a few things would be said by the awesome coaching staff of Quincy Notre Dame at halftime. Matt, what do you think the first thing, top of the whiteboard, would have been?
I would have been very irritated with the lack of winning 50-50 balls. Just like not that they didn't win them, but the fact that there was really no challenge for them either. You know, I think that's something that they usually hang their hats on, that they're going to win 50-50 balls, and if they can't win them, they're going to challenge you. They're going to go shoulder to shoulder. They're going to make it difficult on you, and really it wasn't that difficult, even though I did hear Coach Bear harping on them about winning more. You know, I felt like we really didn't have problems doing it, but I think Coach wants to see more creativity here in the offensive third, you know, and I think you know, we're seeing maybe a little bit more of that, some quicker shots, getting balls off, trying to find somebody, you know, on those little, you know, seamed balls into the box right now. So we'll see how if they take what heed what Coach said and can get a little more creative and, you know, not kind of sit on their laurels here and try to get a couple before the end of, you know, the next, maybe before the water break in 20 minutes and about 15 minutes from now.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised a 1-0 victory for Peoria Notre Dame here. And Matt wouldn't be surprised if Quincy Notre Dame, you know, doesn't come back to tie this thing also.
Well, I think the longer we stay here 1-0, you know, the more likely it is that they're gonna sneak some in. You know, they've got kids that can do it, and you know they're not. It's not like they've never been in these situations before. I mean, sometimes you got to bunker it in a little bit. Sometimes you park the bus just a little bit, you know, like that right there. You know, right away their defenders are dropping. They're getting in the passing lanes. It's making it hard on us. You know, that's why Coach wants to see us play quicker and shorter passes and get shots off quicker. You know, not a little bit. Probably we need see a little bit quicker even from Caden. You know, I mean, he's very good on the ball. Probably one of the best out there. But at the same time, you know, this could be a problem right here. You know, they're breaking out and getting a couple numbers forward, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to get back behind the ball, and they got a guy they're going to run forward at you and see if he can't break you down.
Yeah, number 17 there for Quincy Notre Dame is the man tasked with that. He is quick and he's powerful. Has not had a whole lot of service though today, whereas the Irish have had plenty of service for plenty of people.
You know, and I think this is probably the hardest I've seen their backs playing right now. They're making it a little more difficult for our guys, you know, to play balls in, whereas in the first half we kind of were getting it and they were kind of sitting in behind us. That's a foul.
Yep, that one is called right outside the box. Yep,
that ain't going in.
Right outside the box, about 2 yards in from the elbow, from
Just like we said in the first half, they probably had the best angle of this one, just like
Yes.
we did on the other end. That was definitely just outside of it. I think those guys think he was in. He was not in.
Fell in, but ended up not where the foul
Yeah.
occurred, though. Yeah. Cut down from behind by the Quincy defender. The Irish play it fairly quick and get a shot off. And it goes in. Tommy Graham at the top.
That's a big goal.
That is huge from your central defender, too. Love to see that.
Really caught QND off guard there. I think they were they were yelling at guys to get back in on the backside, and they were getting their wall set, and just played a ball across to a kid that's wide open and had time.
Yeah.
Had so much time. He took a nice settling touch and was able to hit it in the corner.
Yeah, we know Tommy has the leg to score from 40 yards out. He had that one there just at about the 20-yard and 19-yard mark, and absolutely loud and low into the right-hand corner.
Yeah, well
Beautifully
finished by
done.
Tommy.
Yeah. That had a whiff of straight from the training ground for me.
Mm-hmm.
That is from the practice field. Excellent job by everybody executing it. Excellent job by Coach Mike Bear's staff drawing that up. And we got that second goal we talked about.
Yeah.
Well before the water break.
Let's keep it going. You
Yep.
know, that's the thing. Like, you got a chance to put some nails in the coffin here. Let's do it.
Yeah, you could. If you look at the replay and see some of the Quincy Notre Dame defenders, they just jerseys up over their head
just
after that went in. They were
pretty distraught. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that as well. I mean, they just, you feel like you're in this game. It's 1-0. You're making adjustments at halftime. You're thinking that you're going to be able to do some things.
a little more
And then-
energy, a
yep.
little cooler out now, a little less brutal playing conditions. Yeah, I absolutely
tough.
agree.
Yeah, that you can hear Q&D's coaches want them to play it out fast. He's yelling for the keeper to hit it right away because they're, that's their thing. They're gonna play with these two guys up top and see if they can break somebody down. And you know what? Most of the people they play, they're gonna be able to do that too.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we've got a pretty seasoned back line. That's not going to allow that to happen usually.
Captain by little captain Tommy Graham.
Well done by Tommy, just kind of waiting for the mistake and then getting it.
Read it and be aggressive. Don't dive.
Max Manarelli there, number 10, taking it in, taking his own shot there. Low and hard to the right. Goalie goes down to his left, smothers it expertly. So far, I don't see a whole lot of difference in the second half.
No.
From the first half, I'm certainly Quincy Notre Dame's goalie doesn't see any difference. He's been called into play about 4 times already, not including the goal.
I just like to see us more, get a little more involvement, getting the ball into the flanks, and even that shot from. I mean, you hate to tell a kid don't take shots,
Yeah.
I mean, you never want to discourage anybody who's good enough to get balls off and put them on frame, but I think we could have went wide there and maybe made ourselves a lot more dangerous outside the. I thought he was outside
penalty.
the box. He's giving a PK on
May
that.
have taken a step. Max is definitely taking that one himself there. He was taking it. He was headed directly for the penalty spot. He just didn't plan on getting there that way.
This is big here.
Yeah, this will be the.
Hey, Lino! 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 Lions win!
All right, Max Manarelli here earned the foul. He's going to earn the kick as well. Ball is at the 12-yard penalty spot. Max comes up, and it is
Big
saved.
save.
Great
Wow.
save. It was not really that bad of a kick. Maybe didn't quite have the power Max wanted on it. He was going more for placement, but excellent save by PND's keeper.
Well,
Maybe
I'd like
that's,
to have that one back, I'm
Yeah.
sure, but
maybe that's soccer
I'm
karma.
not- I think
if he
sometimes
if he wasn't in the box,
you know,
yeah, maybe.
I used to say when and things, we would get a call against us, and maybe a PK, and I would disagree with it, and then sometimes we'd save it or they'd miss it, and I'd always say the ball don't lie, man.
Yeah.
The ball don't lie. Here's a nice little ball here. Let's see if we can't break these guys down. Got guys running on him.
That's a lot of touches.
Yeah, there you go. You can have that many touches when you score like that.
Yeah, when you're a Gatorade, Illinois Gatorade men's soccer player of the year, maybe you can do that.
Well, I feel like we all know how good he is, right?
Yes.
I mean, we all know that he can score. We all know that he can take guys on. We all know he can defend. I think that QND knows a little bit too much of that, and I feel like they're giving him probably more time and space than he's probably going to see from other opponents that we play. In the Big 12 and some of the other places we're going to go.
They'll stop him from getting into the box. I mean,
not that they're going to stop him, but I just think it's going to be harder.
Well, they're going to try to stop him before he gets to the box. I mean, you can't go to the ground in the box against him.
And I think he's going to. He can weather the body blows. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
He's gotten bigger, stronger, and
smarter too.
Yeah, I feel like definitely. I feel like he's, leading the team in a different way this year than he did last year, and I think that
he's much more vocal out there today. That's something I was going to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, and positive stuff, not just
Yep.
not just saying something to say something. It's positive things. So I think that's a big deal. That's a big stepping stone for not just Caden, but any player. That's what you want. That's what you're trying to get every kid to do as a coach, that they're going to be positive, they're going to be a good teammate, that they're going to try to help each other, that they want to see each other do well. That's a huge deal. Great ball. Great ball. Oof. Would have been nice to see him over. Oh, I finished with your left.
Didn't quite fall. There's going to be a foul there, right? It's outside the box.
But I like what we're seeing here. I like the creativity. I like the small passes. I like the guys making the overlapping runs. There's a couple overlapping runs. The guys didn't get the ball, but it opened up something for somebody else. So that unselfish play and that creativity in the offensive third is what's going to get us a lot of goals.
Yeah, so far the Irish have 3 so far to 0 for Quincy Notre Dame. The Irish have a free kick here right outside the box, just to the left of the D.
Why'd the clock stop? Oh, yellow. My bad.
Gave him a yellow card. A shove, an unnecessary shove, not playing the ball at all. Foul of frustration, no doubt. Caden Hudson's going to stand over this. Like I said, just inches outside the 18-yard line. About 10 feet left of center. Discussion between the ref and Quincy Notre Dame's coach. He wants to explain to him. Trying to get a lobby for his kids, for his side. Like I said, 27 years at
we'll see if it works.
Quincy Notre Dame. Yeah. It's not. What they got going right now is not working. So, why not try something? And walk off the 10-yard wall here. I think Caden actually probably would have preferred that wall to be a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Give more room behind to drop something in. All right, Caden ambidextrous. He can use either foot here. Oh, beautifully put. That was going in underneath the crossbar, and the goalie had it covered. Strong, strong grip. About his half dozenth. Excellent save.
We haven't talked much about our defense this half. We've just we kept the ball in the midfield, and
we talked about Tommy Graham because he scored.
Yeah, that's it.
Defense, that's a good point.
They've done. The midfield's done a nice job of locking the ball in too. And I may have jinxed us here. This guy's got a head of steam here, and he's going to go. Yeah, nothing there.
Yeah, he was. You could tell he was going to go down 10 yards before he went down. Say the ball went out over the end line. Be a goal kick. QND. The Irish bring on 3 subs. All right. Usually sign things aren't going well when the coaches give you more instructions to the ref than he has to his own players when you're down 3-0.
It's frustrating.
It is.
I mean,
It is.
It's tough sometimes. Sometimes you get the blinders on as a coach.
But he's sticking up for his kids. He wants his kids to know he's sticking up for
Yeah.
them too, because he's, this is the first game of the season. He
Yeah.
got a long season to go, and they're not going to get beat 3-0 by many people.
No.
If anybody.
Maybe not even be 3-0, Coach.
Yeah. All right, there's Mr. Corona, number 17, just came into the game. Another shot from Caden Hudson out there in that 25-yard area, handled by the goalie again. Much more difficult save than it looked like. The ball skipped right in front of him. Controlled it nicely.
They just seem to give us way too much space and time to do that stuff. I think that they'll look at this film and see that too, and they're gonna shore those defensive responsibilities up, and
they're not making the Irish give it up after one touch.
No.
Not by any stretch of the imagination. You can kind of see why maybe Peoria Notre Dame, is still kind of playing the same way, not quite as quick as Coach Bear wanted them to, just because they're being allowed to have literally 5, 6, 7, 8 touches on the ball.
And like we said before, they're dropping numbers back in. As soon as we go, they're just getting in behind it. And it's like, I'm going to get behind this ball, and unfortunately for them, when they do that, we've got some guys that are real skillful, and they're gonna find a way to break you down even more if you're going to give them space.
Yeah, it's one thing to get people behind the ball. It's another thing when those people are static.
Yeah.
All right, a little over 27 minutes to go here. Irish comfortably ahead, 3-0. Probably more dominant in this 13-minute stretch to start the second half than they were even of any stretch in the first half.
Great cover there, but I think that's Burkett.
Yeah, Burkett there, number 13.
Yeah. Great cover there. Good support. I mean, I feel like Notre Dame's got pretty good defensive posture. They've got good shape. They got guys in behind the ball. They've got cover. They seem to have support. Kind of reading what's going on. I know I have this guy, but at the same time, I'm watching this guy out here to my right and or left. So I feel like they're doing a nice job, but at the same time, they haven't been pressed much either.
No.
So we'll kind of see how things go as we play. An opponent that's got a little bit more, firepower up top.
Yeah, a little more film on us.
Ouch. Good win.
That's good, man.
Yeah, you just see how they're getting behind it, and then they're scrambling to try to break down or take the guy that gets the ball. So then they're screaming at you, at 100 miles an hour, and that just gives you even more opportunity to beat them.
Yeah.
To one way or the other.
Yeah, it's like closing out too fast on a three-point shooter in basketball.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we got some three-point shooters. And it's going to end up being a corner kick for the Irish. Quincy had it covered, but still got a strong hand on it. Irish getting some more people into the game.
Oh, good ball.
Oh, and it's going in.
Wow, just drove that ball into the ground. That's how you do it right there.
I believe that's Corona, number 17.
Yeah.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Perfectly ball thrown in there.
That's textbook.
That is.
Get up, drive the ball into the ground, and good things will happen.
Keeper is completely there's nothing you can do about that. It's a keeper.
That thing went top shelf.
It did. Drove it hard in the ground. Use the energy that's in the ball already.
Yeah.
Poke it down there, and then it just hits the underside of the roof of the net underneath the crossbar. Unbelievable. There's that fourth goal. You said it might not be 3-0.
May not be 4-0, Coach.
Guess I should have listened. One of these
Sometimes you can read.
One of these days.
Sometimes you can read body language.
It's almost like, oh, boy, the Irish there, very nice job passing.
They're getting more creative.
Close control, yeah.
Playing quicker. They're getting other people involved.
We should definitely put into context that Quincy Notre Dame lost a lot of firepower from their title-winning team last year. And the Irish lost people too, and no team is ever exactly the same year to year. But Quincy lost quite a bit, particularly of their offensive power. And that is not an excuse the coach is going to put up with, though.
Good ball.
Very nice ball. Oh, first touch kind of got away from him.
Yeah, you know, he's probably got to be more like just thinking one time that with your left foot, you know, to the back post.
Yeah, put it back.
He's
where
probably
it came
not
from.
left-footed, you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and
great ball by number 17.
yeah, and great work, great pace to get down there and get a great ball off.
All right, Teddy Dimmer stand over the goal kick, coming at the 23.5-minute mark. The lights are on here, pretty much taking full effect. Again, we'll have a break for rehydration here in about 3 minutes or so, as close as we can, and the nearest dead ball of the 20-minute mark. There's a chance there, yeah, for athletic director Dave Rudolph to get his head on the ball there and win a 50-50 ball. Looked like he ducked to me. Hear the Irish coaching staff saying, keep it moving. Let's not get caught on the ball. Yeah, you know, Quincy just does not play the ball from their backs through their midfield to the
No,
top.
they're just going to go over the top.
Ignore their midfield.
Yeah. Like, you look at their midfield, they keep dropping in defensively, and there's usually 6 guys in front of the ball.
Yeah, so, yeah, there's nobody to. Which is by design, obviously. You do not hear the coaching staff saying, you know, to move the lines. Quincy Notre Dame advancing the ball down the field by a series of throw-ins.
Oh boy.
It was a foul throw, but you see a lot of foul throws not called.
Yeah. Let's see. Switch it here, guys.
Mistake by the Q&D defender there. Good job by Quincy's defense right there. Track down that ball, use his body to shield off the Irish attacker. Win a throw in for his squad. Yeah, keep it moving left. I'm coaching now. Yeah.
Nothing there.
Nothing there. I agree. I believe Caden would agree too. Both teams let that ball just drop from the
Yeah,
sky.
not much of a challenge there, but anybody
Yeah.
really. You can see there's a little fatigue that's set in here.
Yeah. Speaking of fatigue here, we are at the 20-minute, 10-second mark, so that's going to necessitate the hydration break here. All right, the Irish, well, about as good as that first 20 minutes of the second half could have gone, Matt. 3 goals from the run of play, a goal from a beautiful, beautiful set play.
I know I don't want to bring up bad memories, but I mean we had a PK too that we didn't quite finish
Yes,
on. You know,
that's
I mean, so
true. Yep.
we've had some opportunities here.
We have.
We've done a nice job, and you know I think their keepers made a bunch of big saves too. I mean it's
Yeah.
it's most definitely a game that PND has the edge right now, and probably gonna hold on to it. I would guess we'll see some more subbing. We'll see some different guys getting to play some minutes here, and get some guys out and get them some rest and keep them healthy. And I'm not quite sure what's on the calendar the rest of the week for the boys, but it's usually
Playing a game out of town on the weekend, some sort of small tournament. We had a Morton game scheduled originally, but I think there was a problem with both teams, the time. So if you look on the schedule now, there's some, I wish I could remember where, but we're playing some game on Saturday out of town, which allows me to go to the Irish Fest. So,
well, there you go.
silver lining in every black soccer cloud.
I may see you down there.
All right, well, there you go. I'll be the one wearing the Irish dance skirt.
Lost your wig.
And both squads straggling back out on the field here for the second 20 minutes.
It's kind of sometimes I think when you're early in the year and they do these little breaks, it's almost like sometimes detrimental to your mind. I think like,
Yeah.
hey, we got to take a water break because it's so hot, and the kids are just like, oh, it is. Oh, yeah, maybe it is really
Now
hot.
that you mention it.
Whereas back in the day, we didn't do any of this, even when I was still coaching. But yeah, I mean, I'm talking not when I was playing. I'm talking about when I first started coaching.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I can remember some just the first second weekend here. We used to host that tournament here on the boys' side, and I mean just blazing hot. And that first week in September, last week in August, and just playing 2-3 games in 2 days, and brutal.
Grass crackling under your feet.
Yeah.
It's just drying out as you've watched. All right, I was trying to take that kick a little too quick. Irish going to get a free kick here in a dangerous position. Seen the Irish dial up 2 really, really good plays from set plays so far. Tommy Graham's goal and Julian Corona's goal. Both came from stoppages in play. See what the Irish have here.
Let's get somebody up. One of you center backs get up about 10 yards, way up there.
Irish get their foot on it there. 19. Ball goes harmlessly, rolling into the shrubbery. Goal kick for Quincy Notre Dame. All right, you're up 4-0, you're down 4-0. Matt, take both sides here. You're down 4-0. There's 18 minutes to go, opening game of the season. Tough road game to start the season, no doubt like that. What are you hoping to get out of this for Quincy Notre Dame this last?
Well, I think you need to score. You know, you got to get something positive out of it, or you haven't shut them out in the second half, right? You didn't
No.
shut them out in the first
Yes.
half. I mean, I think at halftime you're definitely talking about, hey, we got to shut them out in the second half, and if we can shut them out in the second half, and if we can get one, or two, we can win this game or tie it, equalize it.
Yeah.
So now you're down 5-0, and you've got to get some type of silver lining out of it. So what are you going to do? Well, maybe you make some adjustments. Maybe you play some kids in different spots. You know what? Maybe you come out of your shell a little bit. You can change your formation and say, hey guys, we're not gonna play with 4 backs right now. We're gonna play with 3. We're gonna throw a third forward up top. We're gonna grab some midfielders and be more attacking through the center part of the pitch and see if we can't get one here. Because there's gonna be a time, maybe for them, in Class A that, hey, they're in a super sectional game and it's 0-0 or 1-1 or they're down 1-0 and they're gonna need to do things like that. So, PND is a formidable foe. I think I talked with Mike quite a bit this summer about how he felt they were going to be, and he feels like they got a strong side. If he feels like they've got some kids that are mature and have gotten better, and the ones that are really good have gotten even better than they were last year. So, in terms of that, I think he's doing a really nice job to make sure that he's getting the most out of them. So,
yeah, it is a very, very tough game.
But I think Mike, on the other hand, if you're talking about what he's doing, he's gonna get some subs in, right? He's gonna get some guys in some spots. He's gonna probably get some guys off the pitch, making sure guys are gonna be healthy the rest of the way. But he's got a bunch of young kids that he's put in and gave them minutes, and that's a big deal. So.
Yep, some of these youngsters, maybe their first time playing under the lights.
Yeah. That's a big deal.
It is. It's a huge deal.
Those kids, let's be honest. If whatever grade school they came from, they've been thinking about this for a long time. They want to be that kid that comes out and plays as a freshman or a sophomore, and they want to contribute to what the nostalgia of pure Notre Dame soccer. It's a big deal. So,
oh yeah. Absolutely agree.
There aren't many programs here in Central Illinois that on opening night you got Division I coaches sitting on the sideline watching the game. And they know that. Kids know that. They've seen it for years, and that they're gonna aspire to be those type of players.
Yeah. That's
but I think definitely Mike is gonna want to get some guys probably rested. But at the same time, he's probably. Knowing Mike, he's going to put some guys in to see if they, keep them in to see what they can do when they're tired as well, and when they're under a little bit of duress too. So there's going to be tests on both sides of the ball for him, and he's going to try to make sure that he's getting the most out of his kids. And he's, probably, I'll be honest, he's a little bit like me. I rarely sub my backs. I always design my teams from the back to the front. And some people thought I was nuts that way, but if I was strong in the back. I was always going to find those girls that could score, and we just one of those hard, tough-nosed kids in the back. And you rarely took those kids out. Again, in a game like this, when you're dominating too, and if they're playing smart, they're not going to extend as much energy as you think. Now your front runners and your midfielders are going to extend a lot of energy. But
guys at the back won't.
You're going to see, wow.
Caden Hudson.
Caden looks good. Caden looks fit.
He looks frisky.
He's dangerous. And I think that he's probably he's probably in there for the amount of minutes that he's in there is because we know that there's guys here to watch him play. Yeah. So you don't want to take that away from him as well because you don't know when they're going to be back to see him, and it might be later in the year. Yep. So
he looks happy to be playing against guys who aren't his teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with inter-squad scrimmaging, but you say in football there, as your football coach, it's nice to hit somebody else.
Yeah, you just get sick of beating on one another. And I think everybody gets that, probably about a week ago. They're just sick of playing against one another. They're sick of doing the same drills. They're sick of being in a small-sided game where they got to beat on the same guy over and over, and they're getting sick of it. And he gets me one day and I get him the next day. It gets old, and it's fun to see somebody in a different color out there that you get to beat on.
No doubt about it. Irish another corner kick here from the same dangerous spot. Looks like Max Mattarelli is going to stand over it. Going to just tap it in for Max. Max is going to beat his man and crack off a shot.
Wow.
A lot of power behind it, but a lot of goalie behind the power too. Controls it nicely.
it's just almost too easy for us, you know.
Yeah.
And you're hoping it doesn't give us a false sense of security as we move forward, because it's not going to be it's not going to be that easy.
No.
As we progress through the year.
Yeah.
And it's not easy for QND to come over here on one of the hottest days of the year and get on a bus and leave school early. And
you know what that drive is like between Peoria and Quincy?
It's the
You've been there.
worst.
I've been there.
You know.
Especially at night.
Yeah. And I don't know. Nice, good service. I would say that's a good defensive play there by QND. Just kind of body him away from the ball to where he wanted to go, and it's kind of how you teach it right there.
Yeah. Yep. He was not planning on chesting that ball when he leapt for it.
Yeah.
He was looking to get his head on it, but he couldn't. I think that was. Yeah. 13 minutes to go. My glasses are starting to fog up from the humidity. I think it says 13 minutes to go here. The Irish more than comfortably ahead, 5-0. Ball out of bounds. Goal kick for the Irish. Caden Hudson coming out of the game. Or not. No, Caden's just getting a drink. Dimler going to drop it just about the midfield stripe. More subs coming in for the Irish. Number 24, number 22. Their first appearances, I think. 15 coming in for Quincy Notre Dame. Should be Irish ball there. Nice sales job by number 17. Irish caught on the ball there a little bit. Oliver takes care of it though. Good job playing through contact there by number 9 for the Irish. And giving as good as he got there.
Yeah, a lot of young guys in there right now.
We do.
It's kind of fun to watch.
It is. It is.
See how they respond to it. See how they respond to the physicality when it comes their way.
Yeah. Still got Teddy LaHood out there. We still got Caden out there. Some leadership. Max, I believe, is still lurking on the field. Nathan Oliver. Yeah, Hoban's out there. Nice mix, actually. Youth and experience. And Caden Hudson cracks off another.
Man.
Absolutely drills the crossbar. Bounces 40, 50 feet away.
He's toying with them.
Yeah. So most of it with his right foot, too. Obviously, it's his preferred foot, and they're not turning him. They're not forcing him to go to his left. Smidge over 10 minutes to go here. Irish are looking to see out this impressive opening night victory. Currently up 5-0. Defending state 2A champs, playing the defending state 1A champs. imagine Quincy Notre Dame really does not play a 1A schedule until they get to the playoffs, right?
No, I mean, they're going to play, obviously they're going to play their rival Quincy.
Yeah.
They're going to try. They're getting over here.
Big school.
I believe they play some. I think they play some other Big 12 schools, to be quite honest, if I remember correctly.
I believe they're at least playing 1 or 2 Missouri schools. As,
Yeah.
not
Oh,
as
they'll get down to St. Louis for sure.
not as a tournament, but as a. You just take advantage of it. When they're pressed up against the Missouri border there, you have to.
Getting to Springfield, I'm sure.
I'm just going to get a throw in there. Sebastian Salazar. Excuse me, Sebastian Salazar looking to step back into the game. Nice throw. See if he gets any support
Somebody's
here.
going to
number
have to stop
17.
ball.
Yeah. The Irish have it a 5-on-3. You can see here the Irish coaches saying to do exactly that thing.
Yeah, you see, definitely freshman guys are just kind of like, oh boy, he's coming.
Boy, he looks strong
You
and
know,
fast.
they're gonna like the sideline screaming, the coaches are screaming to tackle it. It's like, oh, probably should have tried to tackle that at midfield.
He had a head of steam. Pretty sure I wouldn't have tackled him at any age. He is a load when he's running downhill.
Yeah, you got to get your hands down.
Trying to win though, putting in the effort.
Yep. That's maturity. That's just strength,
Yeah.
confidence. Not getting your hands up and just going up and winning it with your body.
Caden Hudson begging not to be subbed out. All right, that free kick for Quincy Notre Dame comes to nothing. Sebastian Salazar is coming in for Caden Hudson. The only thing Caden hasn't been excellent at today is lobbying, because he did not convince the coaches to see out the last 7 minutes of the game. Coaches reminding Caden that this is the first game of the season, and that due to the fine work of our athletic director and our coaching staff, they've scheduled several other games. So there's a few more things we're going to need from him.
We have a conference schedule as well that goes with that.
Yeah, there's a conference schedule. Yeah, he's just. You like to see it though. Irish getting the throw in here. The Irish are definitely not resting on their laurels. They are cracking off shots. That was much closer than it appeared it was going to be. Probably only a yard wide of the right post. Quincy Notre Dame fine goalkeeper had it covered, but again, the Irish were able to crack off shots in that 18 to really 17 to 27, 28 yard window there that is putting their goalie under duress. It's one of those games, man, where the goalie is shipped 5 goals, but you can say he's a man of the match for Quincy Notre Dame.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
for
he's
sure.
Really been.
How many has he made? How many has he
Yeah.
saved? How many
Yeah.
big ones did he save?
Yeah.
A PK.
Yeah,
You
starting
know.
with that, he saved shots from.
He
Max,
had
he
a lot
saved
of not necessarily saves, but he did a lot of job of breaking down angles so that
Yep.
we didn't have opportunities to really take easy shots either, and we were forced to go wide a few times. It doesn't go down in the book as a save, but the most definitely makes it very difficult and is a save. Probably in his eyes, and it's difficult when the shooters see him doing that to him as well. So, I think he's had some big ones. He's gotten down quick a couple times and parried balls wide. He parried a couple balls that we thought were, going to be goals, and then they were giving goal kicks off of him. So You know, he's had a heck of a game. You know, he's got nothing to really hang his hat on. I
No,
mean,
he doesn't.
we have peppered him. You know,
Yes.
I mean, literally peppered him with shots. This second half especially. You know, we really did come out. We got more creative. We got quicker with the ball. We got it off our feet. You know, and got other guys involved, and the game opened up for us.
Certainly did. All right, Joseph Menke, number 14, coming in for the Irish. It's Joseph's first appearance of the game. Comes at the 4:20 mark.
Nice. You know, it's nice to get these guys in. You know, I really, you know, it's important to be, you know, when you're a starter, it's important to be a good teammate. It's important to cheer those guys on when they get in and pay attention to what they do and watch what goes on and try to help them too, you know, when they come off if something happens. You know, I think it's a big deal for the team to be that way. So I think hopefully our guys are being that way, and you know, it's fun and it's exciting when those guys get into play because they don't, you know, those guys they take a beating sometimes in practice, and you know, it's important that you recognize them. I always really stress that with our girls, that like, hey, when girls get in, you know, I don't care what the score is. I don't care if we're up 4-0. I don't care if we're down 4-0. You're gonna watch. You're gonna cheer them on, and you're gonna help them, just like they help you when you're out there.
Important.
Oh boy.
We got Teddy LaHood down here.
Hopefully just a cramp.
Midfield. He is kind of walking like it's a cramp.
Hey, he's got to come off, doesn't he? He's got to come off.
No
I guess
train.
if the trainer didn't come out, yeah.
Pressing the goalie. He's got the ball at his feet, and you guys blow the whistle dead. He doesn't have to come off. Push him.
Probably also the rule.
I knew I liked him.
He's got some skins on the wall. Pretty darn impressive.
He does.
He does. I like the way he handles his business too.
Hello.
Oh, there you go.
That's foul. They call that a foul.
.245 to go. Now, point of the game. Now Irish up 5-0. We're just hoping nobody from either team picks up an injury.
Yeah, let's get out of here. You know, they need to get out of here without anything. We need to get out of here without anything. Let's move on and get it taken care of tomorrow in practice.
Both teams have a lot to talk about based on the tape and the outcome of the game. Under 2 minutes. This is good to see all these youngsters out here in Notre Dame uniforms. It's really nice. Trying to crack a shot off. Number 17 is just trying to get that space.
He's gonna work. Oof.
Managed to get one off, blocked by the Irish defenders. Had about 6 guys there.
Need to get that ball out.
Yep. Release the pressure.
There
we
we
go.
Good ball.
Sebastian gets to it first. Good defense there by Quincy Notre Dame. Wanting that attack, but the Irish still have possession. .45 seconds to go now. Irish cheering section.
Oh, danger. Good, well done by Teddy.
Yeah, didn't try to do too much with it.
Okay, where
Get side foot on it, move it 30 yards away.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Yep. Not get caught on that ball. Yeah, don't give him a chance to make a tackle. Ligaments involved. Right, there is the Irish 0-0-0-0s on the board that we were looking for. Importantly, there's a 0 on the Quincy Notre Dame board. The Irish a 5-0 shutout victory over our visitors. Quincy Notre Dame, we wish them luck in the rest of their season. They won't see many results like this, if any, again this season. We wish their traveling faithful safe trip back home, as we wish the team bus a safe trip back home. We'll be paying attention to them, and we will hopefully they'll make another long run into the 1A playoffs. As for your Irish, they start defending their state title with a 5-0 victory here against a tough defending champion state title team in Quincy Notre Dame. We thank everybody for showing up today. We apologize again for getting on late. It won't happen again, I guarantee you. We thank you for joining us tonight, and we hope you join us for our next soccer broadcast and the other athletic broadcast. Check our YouTube channel for the schedule, and we will talk to you guys again very soon. Bye-bye.